sir. Welcome to Ancient Artifacts Emporium. How can I help you today?
So I bought this item from you guys, and I went. It was missing some bits, so I went to go buy it on eBay, and that really didn't work out. I didn't realize that it didn't come with the particular items.
It does say right here that the stones don't come with it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until after it got to my domicile, so I need to return it to get my money back.
That shouldn't be a problem. I just need to see your receipt.
That might actually be a problem because I lost the receipt when it's not important. I don't have the receipt on me.
Well, it's kind of a problem because I can't do a return without a receipt.
Ma'am, even if I had the receipt, the problem here is that this is not the Infinity Gauntlet. It's not even the right color. Do you know what the color of the Infinity Gauntlet is?
I'm gonna guess it's not black.
Ma'am, if you do not give me my money back, I will snap you out of existence.
No, that's not the first time I've heard that today, sir.
Look, ma'am, I just need my money back. My landlord is up my ass. I just need my money back. Is there anything that you can do for me?
I'm sorry, there's really not without a receipt.
You know what, ma'am? I would like to speak to your manager.
Are you sure you want to do that, sir?
Yes, I want to speak to your manager. The Mad Titan Thanos demands to see your manager.
All right, it's your funeral.
Got a problem?
Hello, greetings and salutations, and welcome to another episode of Backlist Reviews. In this episode, it's very special. We call it Backlist Reviews Front List. And we're going to be reviewing... Hello. I am Josh.
And I'm Chris.
And we're going to be reviewing Infinity War today. First off, spoiler-free review. Wow.
Yeah.
I think that is the most spoiler-free review we can give there. Just wow. I mean, it's pretty intense. It's a roller coaster of emotions, highs and lows.
Stuff happened. I don't even really say too much on it.
Really. Things happened. Explosions, characters, things happen to them. I guess that's the best spoiler-free review you're gonna get. I mean, out of number review, I guess I'd definitely probably give this 6 Infinity Stones out of 6 Infinity Stones.
I'd go with 5 and a crack gem.
5 and a crack gem. All right. So I guess now we're going to get into spoilers. So if you have not seen Infinity War, you might want to leave, step out of the room, mute it. I don't know why you would mute it, but you can mute it and just watch us talk without any sound, I guess. So here's your warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into the spoilers. Favorite characters. For me personally, as always, since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Mantis has been my favorite character in the MCU. She's just adorable, and in this movie she has some great one-liners, and I don't know, I'm biased. I like Mantis.
I'm a huge Thor fan, always have been, so he was fucking badass.
I mean, coming down during the battle in Wakanda with Stormbreaker was just...
Oh my god, dude.
But I've seen the movie 3 times, and every time I saw the movie, there would be applause during that first appearance of Steve Rogers after he grabs the spear on the train station, just applause there, and then when Thor comes in with Rocket and Groot, just thundering applause, pun intended. But yeah, I know the creation of Stormbreaker was pretty freaking cool.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage
Oh my God.
as a giant dwarf. It's a little yeah, a giant dwarf. All right. Great moment of Groot chopping off his own arm to create the handle. That's the next segment we were going to get into some favorite moments. I think that would be up there in the favorite moments.
Yeah, that definitely. There are so many great quick little things in there, and I got to see it more. Probably when it comes out of Blu-ray, I'm going to buy that. So
this review could go on for hours if we talk about all of our favorite moments, because every moment is a favorite moment. I mean, my God. Of course, I think the biggest moment that you have to talk about when you talk about this movie is the snapping. That was a moment and a half. That moment definitely encapsulated the whole thing, and it's just entertaining to watch people walk out of the theater going, I can't believe they did that. I can't believe they did that. But if you read the comic book, it's almost one of those things of no, I kind of saw that coming. I mean, not to be like, oh, I saw that coming, a little hipster remark, but it's...
Well, even outside the comic, Gamora, I'm pretty sure it's Gamora that says it earlier in the film. If he gets all 6 stones, he can erase half of humanity with the snap of his fingers.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people expected him to actually win at the end of the movie. I mean, what a step for Marvel to take to have their own Empire Strikes Back moment where everything just seems lost. Moving on to favorite interactions, I think so many great interactions between the characters. Rocket and Thor. I mean, who doesn't want to see a buddy cop spin-off film of those two traveling the cosmos? Just those interactions were great.
See, you said that to me after we saw it, and I said this to you, and I still stand by it, is I want to see a theme of an 80s action movie with Rocket and Bucky.
That would be another great spin-off film right there. Rocket and Bucky, I could see that one. All the great, there's so many great pairings in this movie of characters that you wouldn't expect to talk to each other, and it's great to see that. And I hope we get to see that more in the Avengers 4, but with half the cast gone, I don't know. We're just gonna see the same characters interact because it's back down to the OG Avengers from the first film. Favorite jokes.
We covered the rabbit thing with Thor and Rocket. That was still pretty good.
Thor calling Rocket Rabbit. It was recently revealed to me in another YouTube video about how almost every joke in this film is based on names, and it's so true. Just Thor calling Rocket Rabbit, Peter Parker thinking Doctor Strange is his moniker, Tony Stark calling Doctor Strange Wizard, Tony Stark calling Ebony Maw Squidward.
Oh, the whole rant between Star-Lord and Thanos. That whole scene was just hilarious.
Oh, you mean calling his chin a ball sack?
Yeah, that whole
and calling him
that whole
Grimace.
spiel was amazing.
Another name joke. Oh man. So biggest gripes about the movies, and like I said, I don't think there's a lot of gripes. I think though my biggest gripes, and I told you this before, I think one of my biggest gripes is the Black Order. And it's understandable that they really don't have much to do because it's just so crammed full of so many characters and so much going on that some people are gonna move into the background, which happened with Captain America and Black Widow and Falcon and all those guys, Black Panther and stuff, because they're obviously gonna take the forefront in Avengers 4 and be the main cast of characters. But with the Black Order, it disappointed me because I loved Jonathan Hickman's creations from Infinity. They're great characters, they're intriguing, they're great villains, and I wanted to see them a little bit more up front. And I get that they didn't, but it would have been nice to get name drops. Only one of them really gets a name drop in the movie where Thanos says, I assume that the Maw is dead, and that's all they really get. I just really would have loved them to name drop the other characters, but unfortunately they were just background cannon fodder.
There's a few things I would have liked to see differently in there. Like from a theatrical standpoint, like there's small little nitpicky things about like how scenes should have been shot a little bit differently, but probably the biggest things for me is one, I would have liked to see some type, since it's a whole Universal event happening, I would have liked to see something with the characters from the Netflix universe being involved.
That is actually another gripe I have. I forgot about that gripe. I mean, even just a nod or a reference or just a quick cameo. I don't even need them to say anything, but just to have Jessica Jones and Iron Fist and Luke Cage and Daredevil and even hell, the Punisher in there just for a quick shot of them. Hey, they exist. They're involved in this big event. And even Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., having them in there somewhere would have been nice.
Yeah.
So I forgot about that gripe. Thank you for reminding me.
Probably my biggest one is that I have to wait a year for the next movie to come out.
I think that's everybody's big gripe. Everybody's got to wait a year. I don't know how we're going to do it. I mean, I suppose if you're a fan of Sherlock, you're used to wait, so.
Drinking always works.
That works too. And I suppose the biggest thing to talk about is that ending. Just holy crap! I mean, wow, Marvel. I felt it was going to happen. I just didn't think they actually had the balls to do it. Just to end on such a downer of half of the universe disintegrating to puffs of dust, and holy crap, Tom Holland's Spider-Man disappearing.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
I'd heard that was actually improv by him. Those lines.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is just heartbreaking. I get teared up every time I see that scene. It's just wow, great actor. What a great actor.
Oh yeah. I was surprised that they ended the film with just having the original Avengers cast being the ones that survive it all. I was really surprised based on the previews. I definitely thought Cap was going to die, and he did not.
That was actually one of my predictions in the film. I was like, yep, nope, Cap's going to die and Iron Man's going to die. That's definitely going to happen. And they're two of the people that survived
still
at the
alive.
end. Still alive. All right. I mean, those are some of the predictions that I think a lot of people are guessing, that in Avengers 4, the original Avengers are going to sacrifice themselves to bring back the other characters. And there's just so much information out there on the internet that people are trying to guess of what's going to happen with. I've heard time travel thrown around a lot, some form of time travel. We do know that an older actress has been cast to play Scott Lang's daughter, Ant-Man's daughter, Cassie Lang. So there's that. I know they're bringing back the kid from Iron Man 3. He's coming back. And we're going to get Wasp and find out what the hell happened to Hawkeye. Hawkeye goes missing for one movie and everything goes to hell. So it'd be nice to find out what happens with that, and then we get the return of Captain Marvel after her premiere film, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah,
because I think that movie's gonna kick some ass. I don't know, predictions. What do you think is gonna happen in the next movie?
I think you covered a lot of it. But, yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty neat. I'm when you compare it to the comics, to the comic universe of this storyline, which is not really following it all, but you can still think about it in some terms and will you see any cosmic entities come up? I'd like to see even just a cameo of something of that. That'd be pretty cool. But beyond that, yeah, I definitely think that the original Avengers, most of them are going to be dead. Even this movie, the Hulk is the biggest mystery, I think, because we don't really know
why he won't
what's going on. But let alone, if you think back to what happened in the movie, Bruce Banner's in the Hulkbuster armor, and he gets pushed halfway through a mountain. So we don't know whether he's alive or dead after that.
No, he was. Remember,
Was he?
after Thanos disappeared, he was standing amongst the other survivors.
That is interesting.
Somehow he got out of the mountain. I don't know. Maybe the space stone stopped working once Thanos disappeared.
Yeah, I'm curious.
So, I mean, there's a lot of possibilities that can happen in the fourth one. I almost want to say there might be a time jump, like maybe a couple of years later, and the heroes are still trying to figure out how to reverse the effects of the Infinity Gauntlet. Maybe Rocket took a few Avengers into space to hunt. Rocket and Nebula took a few Avengers into space to hunt down Thanos to get the Gauntlet to reverse everything that happened. I mean, there's just so much they can do. I guess the last thing we could talk about here is wants for the future of the MCU and what we want to see going forward after Avengers 4. I think top of my list, I keep hearing Kevin Feige talk about a Nova movie, which I think would be pretty kick-ass to see Richard Rider Nova flying around. I also hear talks of a Moon Knight film, which I would die to see. Moon Knight is in like my top 10 favorite Marvel characters.
I think, when you put it into perspective of what could happen, and we're talking about the original Avengers cast dying off in Avengers 4, I think there's a point where you got to look at it and say, these characters, they're specific character archetypes. And I'd like to see those replaced. Like, take Captain America, for example. Ignore the personality thing of him being a Boy Scout and everything, but here's a guy who's pretty much mortal with just some kick-ass super serum in his blood. I'd like to see them bring in, like, another more human character to kind of fill that void that's there.
Yeah.
I think you're getting some of it now with some of the other characters they're introducing, but I don't think we're fully at that point. Same thing with Iron Man. If they kill off Iron Man, who's going to be the playboy, rich, charismatic type, those type of things. But
I'm wondering if they're gearing up the kid from Iron Man 3 to be like the new Iron Man.
yeah,
Iron Lad. Although they could change Iron Lad from the comic book version where it's a young Kang the Conqueror and make it this kid from Iron Man 3, and then you have Iron Lad, and then you have Cassie Lang, Scott Lang's daughter, become Stature, and then you're almost to a Young Avengers film.
yeah.
They get 2 out of the Young Avengers. That'd be pretty cool. You bring in Wiccan and Hulkling somehow. Young Avengers film. That's another one on my list that I'd love to see. Well,
I think the other characters.
Is there any character you would like to see get their own film? I know you
like
don't have...
always like the one my go-to's my favorite ones. Like Deadpool's got his own film series now, but I like to see if this whole like Disney buying Comcast or Fox rather that deal goes through. See that get integrated.
See the X-Men films in there. That makes me worried that there's not going to be a Multiple Man film, which I really freaking want. Multiple Man's my favorite.
I still want a really good Punisher film.
But we have a really kick-ass Netflix
series. We have an awesome
John Barenthal is the Punisher. That man kicks ass in that role.
He's one that I would just love to see some integration with the rest of the Marvel Universe and his character.
The television aspect and the film aspect need to get out of their asses and start combining the universes. Stop telling us that it's the same universe. You're telling us, you're not showing us, which is a problem. That is a problem in filmmaking. Stop telling us and show us.
Do you know who would have been really cool to see in the Battle in Wakanda?
Who's that?
Ghost Rider from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series.
That'd be cool with the car.
Maybe just the flame chains taking like some of those dudes.
They should definitely be giving Ghost Riders a Netflix series. But that is off topic. We're getting off topic now. Might as well just end the video now. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe below. And stay tuned for more content from us in the future.